Let's go, boys. Welcome to Challenger in 3. Today I'm playing Jayce. It's no secret Jayce is back in meta and for good reasons. His damage output is insane, has great mobility, and most of all, he's hella fun to play. Jayce mid is a great pick when you're trying to round off either a poke comp or simply adding a little bit more AD into your team comp with the emergence of all these AP top laners such as Rumble and Kennen. Jayce has a laning phase that when mastered can bring solo kills almost every game. His unique kit enables him to poke from a distance until the time is right for an all-in finishing blow. Your laning phase needs to be confident and strong. Poking your Mercury Kennen stance, looking to go into the fog of war to get an easy poke down with the QE combo. Then, when the time is right, go in with your Mercury Hammer and show them who's boss. These are the best runes suited for Jayce right now, one versing AP and the other AD. Masteries can be mixed up a little bit with either Storm Raider's Surge or Thunderlords. The way I look at it is if I've got kill pressure, bring Thunderlords, but if I might need some mobility to avoid ganks or skill shots, bring that Storm Raider's Surge. Some of the spells are either going to be Flash Ignite against low burst mages such as Azir, Flash Exhaust against high burst mages like Victor, or Flash Cleanse against heavy CC comps like Lissandra or Elise. This is the skill order for Jayce, max that Q followed by W and E. The massive reason Jayce came back into play is because of his ability to put 6 levels into his Q and dish out a shit ton of poke. Jayce has a tricky build path, especially with some pros building the tier and others not. I prefer the tier build as a mid laner because it gives you the reliability of always having the mana you need, and you don't need to depend on the blue buff for your mana. The only time I recommend skipping your tier would be if you have a manaless jungler like a Lee Sin or a Rek'Sai and they can always give it to you, and you really need that early itemization such as a Hex Drinker or a QSS to really dominate your lane. So this is the build order you should try and follow above. Alright, so now that all the basics are covered, let's get into the more complex things that separate a great Jayce from a mediocre one. Firstly, make sure you're using your Q for mobility, to either jump over terrain or to secure kills. Don't forget, if you don't have a ward, you can use your E for vision to jump over. Also, when looking to roam or just getting back to lane, make sure to continuously change stances for that extra movement speed. A little trick for Jayce that will help you lane your poke is using your E on yourself and not in front of you. I see a lot of pro players making the mistake and it slows down your burst. With your QE combo, you want to press your Q first, then instantly press your E afterwards on top of yourself to make your poke harder to dodge and quicker. Next up is the flash knockback. It's very simple, you just need to flash in front of your opponent, press your E to knock back your enemy into your teammates. A tricky combo is the Q flash E. You Q first, followed by an instant flash and E on top of yourself for some extra range in your burst and to surprise your enemy. Your role late game on Jayce is simply to poke before team fights. Sit in the backline trying to focus on the enemy carries like I do in this team fight against Jinx, and then when the time is appropriate, use your hammer stance to go all in and clean up. Thanks for watching, boys, and I'll see you next time.